virtuous person. And when we are doing that, then only it will be possible for us to realize a goal. So, Mahajana Gata Sapantha. That is exactly what I follow. That as because Swami Bhuteshananda Ji Maharaj used to say, I always say, few years, you prepare yourself, you become the light, then only it will be able to kindle the other lamps, to give the light to others. But in the beginning itself, if we go for the mass thing, then that goes for some time, and then afterwards it becomes just like a club or a society. But it is your sadhana. It is you are transforming your own personal life. What for the initiation then? Initiation only to transform yourself. This is very, very important. First, to practice that, read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, Mahasharada, Swami Vivekananda, and the incidents. Whenever you are having some conversation with someone, you will remember those incidents and you can quote from those incidents. And then those people will be impressed. So this is the way it goes. I think I told you, but then this happened when I was in Andaman. The one gentleman came and he wanted to ask me a question that you are a human being, I am also a human being. And you say that God has created you, I also say that God has created me. Then why our gods are different? Why our religions are different? It should be one. I told it is one. Only we are not understanding it. He was the ambassador of Israel in India. So he was in a private visit to Andaman and he came and met me. Then afterwards, seeing his bodyguards and all that, then I inquired. Then he said, actually, I don't like to disclose. I am the ambassador of Israel. So when he asked that, I told him a story of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Otherwise, how can I explain? Story of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, very simple story, that there is a pond and one person going down and taking the same water and saying it jal. Another one, this is pani. Then the aqua. That man jumped from the chair. He stood up and said, my God, that solves all problem. We are all calling the same God in different names, that's all. Now, as because I was knowing that story of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, I could immediately answer that question. That is why previously all Swamis used to ask us, read Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji and Ma, and then when you are explaining, talk about them, because their life, their sayings, that carries the weight. If we are just formulating something from different things, that maybe it is very good listening when you are hearing was a wonderful lecture, but that much, then we forget. It never penetrates the heart. It's not transforming our ideas. So that is the way I was thinking. Then all through I was thinking that you were following that. Please follow that. This will be beneficial. Fix a time, date and time, when all of you are available. Then we will have an annual celebration. And that annual celebration, all through the year, whenever you are meeting, then if there is a little collection, a little donation, and when you are talking with the people, some of the pledges, some of the commitments, then make a fund and you can utilize that fund for that annual celebration. And the Vedanta meet, that will be the annual celebration, Vedanta meet. And there, other devotees from other groups, they may also join, they can go. But if you're inviting the other Swamis, you can spend from that fund. So that will be the good thing. Today, now, please tell me, what are the portion you read and who read? Some one of you, please open on your.
স্বামীজি, প্রণাম স্বামীজি, আমি শিপ্রা বলছি। I'm Shipra, to speak in English. Okay. I read from Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the chapter 15, the last visit to Keshav. And then I read something like you said, that meditate on the reading. So the part that we meditate on was that when Ramakrishna went to Samadhi, when he heard that Keshav is also becoming like him, he cries and talks to mother, and instantaneously Ramakrishna went to Samadhi. So we thought that's a good thing to meditate on, because we don't really know why he went to Samadhi, how it happened. We know that from writing of Master Moshe that he went into Samadhi. So we meditated on that part for a minute, and then again that part, everybody was there, and Ramakrishna was still kind of in a conscious level of, where he's still talking to mother, and everybody was sitting there, and he's the only one could see mother like walking around with dressed up in her Banarasi saris and talking to her. And that part also, I thought that it's a good part to meditate on, because we don't really know anything. We just know what Master Moshe wrote, and we believe what he said. What was Master Moshe, perception of that? So we thought that's a good part to meditate on. So we did some meditation on that too.
So this please mute. So that means you are choosing a portion where you think that you can meditate. But I would suggest read from the beginning, every page, because whatever the Master Mashay, and from the way you are telling that we are believing, is no question of believing. You know what happened? When Master Mashay wrote, everybody saw that he is noting it down. And then afterwards, when Master Moshe published it, almost immediately after the passing away of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, then Ma Sharadamani Devi and each and all the characters that he is mentioning there were present. Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath, he was present. Girish Chandra Ghosh was present. And Ma Sharadamani Devi. After hearing that, Mother said, I think as if he himself was talking. That means it was so perfect. The Master Mahashaya recorded so perfectly. Everybody appreciated. So obviously, this is the only book, only scripture we can say that verbatim, whatever the Tripitaka of the Buddhist, that was after 300 years. And the Jesus, it was all scattered, and the four apostles, whatever they could remember, and you have to understand that they were not educated that way. But whatever they could understand, whatever they could remember, that they told to others much, much afterwards. And then about every other, but only this Kathamrita, it was when Sri Ramakrishna was mentioned. This is one thing. Secondly, Sri Ramakrishna himself used to inquire from the Master Mahashaya, do you remember what did I say over there? When he said, he asked the explanation. What do you mean? What is mean? What does it mean? Then he gave the explanation. Sri Ramakrishna rectified. No, it is not like that. I said this. So that was the correction also. So you have to understand the importance of those words. And finally, that was the proof that Sri Ramakrishna said, almost whole society, each and everything Master Mahasaya described, that is the object of meditation. Sri Ramakrishna sitting on the small bed, and the Ganga is flowing in this side, and that was evening, and there was the moon in the sky. This many people sitting in the room, that is the object of meditation. You have to transport your mind to that particular time and situation. It is not only the words or some of the things I can. That is it separate. But gospel, the gospel. Even one of the Swamiji, was a great scholar in Upanishad. He wrote commentaries on Upanishad. At the fag end of his life, he used to read only gospel. When he was in the almost deathbed, he used to ask his Sheba, the person who is to attend him, that you go and read the gospel every time. Then some of the Vedantin, the Swami himself told me, who asked this question, you were a scholar, as a Vedantin scholar. Now, why you are reading the gospel? You know the answer? He said, whatever is written in the gospel is 100% truth. And each and everything, so simple way he has mentioned. It goes deep down to the heart. We can feel it so easily than the Upanishads. Then a great statement he made, if I find any contradiction between Upanishad and the gospel, I will accept gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It's so important. It's so important. It's not a small book. It's not so simple. So read from the first that line of the book. Whatever is there, read 2 or 3 pages. And when you are listening, you also attentively listen to that. The moment it is closed, now you will meditate, you need not to announce that. The moment it is stopped, reading stopped, immediately go deep into those pictures that is happening and some of the thoughts. You will never forget those. Those who are bright students, they know that this is the best way to remember. If you go down, immediately you are meditating and it is going to your system, you will never forget. Then again, after 15 days, you are reading, or maybe 1 month. So that will help you. Each and every word of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda is telling, is that contain the philosophy. That contains the philosophy. When Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, if you can meditate by closing your eyes, can't you see God with open eyes? When open eyes, I can see God. But that is the practical Vedanta. We only theoretical Vedanta, we listen, we read that everything is nothing but the Brahman. Today only morning in the Chandogya Upanishad, and we read that Mahabhakya, Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. Truly, I am telling you, the Rishi is mentioning, everything that you see is nothing but the Brahman. Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. That is a Mahabhakya. That is a statement. That is a truth. But here in the gospel, every moment you will get the practical hint. You can do like this, you can do like that. A repetition is also there. After reading, you'll find a same question someone else is asking, and Sri Ramakrishna giving the answer in a different way. So again and again, that's why I was telling, your personal life will be changed. Your spiritual life will develop. Otherwise, how it is? Now, I will mute. Tell me the second portion. After this, what happened?
And after the reading, Maharaj, um, everybody wanted to have a little discussion about, about their thoughts. So there was a part where Thakur was saying about the body and the soul. Like he was telling about the betel nut. When it's green, it's together. But when it matures, it's ripened, it's separate. The inside nut is separated from that. So we were discussing about that. And then, then after that you came.
That I wanted to hear, but some other time maybe, that look at it, that when you are immature, the nut and the kernel, they are attached. So the body and the soul are attached. I cannot differentiate my soul from the body. But when you are mature, the body is there, but I can separate the soul. Sometimes he has given this example of the coconut, and that dry coconut is a completely separate. I am nothing but the consciousness, but I cannot separate that. That is the problem, because I am attached with that. I am attached how? I am attached because I want my name, I want my fame, I want these, I want that. So that desire, that is making me attached to my body. So the only two words they have mentioned, that the attachment and aversion. These two, attachment and aversion, if you can give up. So these immediately we won't be able to do it. Again and again, repeatedly, when we are doing, in the fag end of our life, suddenly we will find it's true. The one of our Swami, and when he was passing away, he was a very funny type. The he was in with me in Andaman. He was in Ramakrishna Mission. Then afterwards he left. Then after some time he came back again. He was a very individualistic type. So he left the Ramakrishna order. He roamed around. Then again came back and told, "No, Ramakrishna Mission is good. I like to stay." When the Ramakrishna Mission told, "You cannot do like that. You're going out and coming back. It is not possible." But anyway, he was allowed to stay, and he was staying with me. I liked him very much. And his mind was really, really good and so simple. At the end of his life, the last day, he went to some place for some meeting and came back and told, "Today, after some time, I am going to die. Do you like to see? Please come." Can you imagine? Then all the Swamis and those who were there, they sometimes they told Maharaj is making a fun. So some people didn't go, but some they went and they sat. He lied down, and after some time he said, with opening his eyes to everyone, "You have read the Brahman, and Brahman, that consciousness all pervading. Truly, I see now all pervading Brahman. I am Brahman. You all are Brahman. I am living this body, just a used garment, like a used garment. I am discarding it. Be happy and remember Brahma Satya, Brahma Satya, Brahma Satya." He passed away. And before everyone. Can you imagine? So this is not fun. This is truth. Only thing, those who realize it, they realize. He was like us. In the practical life, we used to think that, oh, he's just not actually doing properly. I purchased some book from Advaita Ashram, and they gave me 50% discount, so that if I sell $100, 100 rupee, then I will get 50 rupee out of that, just to help me, because the ashrama was growing up. I was in Advaita Ashram, and for that. And then when the book I received over there, and I was telling the Swami, you know the people in Andaman, can you please sell it? Oh, yes, there's no time. I can do it. He took some book, and in that bag, he was an old man by that time, but still he went out. 3 days he was not returned. Then on the third day, he called from some person and told, "See, I am here. Don't think about me. Don't worry. I am coming back." After 3 days, we were worrying about it. And I was thinking to go to Polish. The not worrying means what? Now you are coming back. So he is like that. When he came back, that bag was completely empty. So I was very happy that he has been able to sell the book, and we will get some money. We were very poor condition in the beginning. Then there was no money. I told, "What happened?" He told, "No, I have spreaded the seed, and you will get the fruit afterwards. You have to wait." Means he distributed free all books. Can you imagine? So that was the. And then I don't know, Maharaj, whether I will be angry with you, or I will cry, because that much money we needed for our ashrama. He told, "Don't worry, don't worry." And really, really afterwards, so much of money came. But anyway, these are all realized soul, and it is true. So don't think that this portion is not proper, that will. No, no, read everything. And remember those things. And each and every sentence may help you. For you, one sentence is not working. For other, that particular sentence will be a great help. Go on repeating the name of God. That person, that one lady, now she lost everything. Only that portion, the go on repeating the name of God, that helped her. She's surviving just because of taking the name of God. So after that, I think the same way you read from the Mother, right? From the Holy Mother and from Swamiji. In the beginning, it may not be, I think you may think, oh, this is a little bit boring. Never ever think in that way. Even if it is a boring, please do it. You know, the Swatika Sukha, in the Bhagavad Gita, many of you have read, and you can go to see that in the Bhagavad Gita, there are three types of Sukha. Sukha means joy, happiness. What is the Sattika Sukha? In the beginning, it is so boring, but at the end, it is so joyful. And the Rajasukha, Rajasika Sukha, in the beginning, it is very joyful, but at the end, it's terrible, very painful. And Tamasika Sukha, in the beginning and in the end, all is suffering. That they want, they think that that is the suffering. So Sattika Sukha, I want to see you develop the Sattika Sukha. You are highly educated people, intelligent people. It will be so easy for you to understand this thing. Ordinary people won't understand because they want some protection from God and nothing else. They go to temple not for loving the God. They go so that, oh, my health will be all right, his health will be all right, and this will be all right. The big list is there that taking the health care, all those things, at the same time, the blessings of God. But you are not like that. You are trying to transform your mind. Remember it. You are the sadhaka, sadhikas. The sadhaka and sadhika is a completely different lifestyle. You are pondering over the words of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna wherever you are. I can see the direct disciples' photos. I can see the way you are living. So that means already so many things you have done. So by that way, if you are continuously practice, the blessings of God will come. You know it for sure. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's words is the Veda. That is the Veda. So I give the name Panchama Veda. Sometimes people they say a Panchama Veda is the our Mahabharata is known as the Panchama Veda. So that may be someone gave the name, but why not? We also can give the name Panchama Veda, this gospel. So it's wonderful. Thank you. Have patience, have faith, and you will feel the change that is coming within you. So many different type of problems may come, but it will all go above your head. You will be protected by Sri Ramakrishna. The one person asked us, Thakur, the discussion was going on karma phala. He said, in the karma phala, if everything, whatever I am doing, that fruit I am getting, then why should I call on God? Why should I worship God? My karma phala, whatever I did in the past, result is coming. What I am doing now, past result will come. It is all me. Thakur told, but about the bhaktas, the rule is different. When the bhaktas are there, their rule is different because they are praying. And when they are praying, they are believing on God, they are going to God. Maybe they were supposed to get tremendous punishment. That would be very less. And that way, they will be saved by God. So I pray to Thakur Ma and Swamiji and also Mother Kali that today, since you have assembled and the Kali Puja is very close, before closing your meeting, sing a song in the Kali Kirtan. The Ma Kali is there. We should have to sing in that way. Her presence. Ma Kali is the only goddess that is a Shakti, and that is present every moment. Particularly when her puja, that time comes, in the tradition, Swami Vivekananda himself, they used to sing the Kali Kirtan at least 7 days before. They'll be singing. Why? Because the atmosphere is created and that blessings comes. And whatever you pray, pray very sincerely to Mother Kali, because the effect is almost immediate. All other gods and goddesses, it takes long time, but the Kali, it is not. But you should be very, very careful about worshipping the Kali. If you are doing the worship, very careful. Pronunciation and attention, everything should be. And here is the Kali Badi is there, and in Chicago, one gentleman, he made the Kali Badi, Kali, and I went. The pujari, he gave me the flower for the, let's call that offering, but he was chanting from the uttering the mantra of Krishna. And for the gentleman, he don't understand anything, so he is happy that Sanskrit is going on, but the Sanskrit mantra was of Krishna. Then after that, I called the pujari in a side and told, "Hey, what is it? You are uttering the mantra of Krishna, but I am from UP. I only know the mantras of Krishna. I never, never heard about Kali. But just to earn some money, I have accepted this. As a pujari, he is there. I told, my God, you should not do like this. There is a book, you read those mantras, and you know Sanskrit, so it will be not, even if you cannot remember, hold the book before you, read from there, but do not do in this way. Suppose somebody's name is Kamala Harris, and you call the Kamala Harris Donald Trump or something. What will happen to you? I'm joking. So this is the way one should not do. One must be very, very careful. The Mother Kali means if you pray to her, truly I'm telling you, is the effect is very, very immediate. And particularly Tuesday and Saturday. This is also again Thakur Sri Ramakrishna said. So may the Goddess Mother bless you all and keep you healthy and happy. And I will always be in touch. I'll keeping and sometimes you can talk to me if you like. You can call me. Usually from 11 o'clock morning, Chicago 11 o'clock morning, I'm free. So some walking and these things that I do. So at least 1 hour I'm completely free. I can talk to you. Anything, you can just call me. We can talk. So, okay then, let us say Jai Bhagavan Siddhama Krishna Devi ki Jai Jai Mahamai ki Jai Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji ki Jai Jai Ganga Mai ki Jai Jai Kali Mai ki Jai. Okay then.
Ram Swamiji, thank you so much.
The sing a Kali Kirtan before him.
हाँ हाँ
Can you unmute yourself and see if you can
মৌসুমী শুনতে পাচ্ছ?
না না শোনা যাচ্ছে না কিছু এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে
আচ্ছা, ওকে, শিওর, থ্যাংক ইউ।
but again it's gone I guess
Actually, we can't hear anything. Is it only me or others can hear here on online? We can't hear anything. Moushmidi Shekharda, are you able to hear anything?
no absolutely no সেই জন্য আমি টেক্সট করছিলাম তখন থেকে but
You
I
can
cannot
hear
hear
now?
anything
No,
You can hear
no
now?
nothing last I heard was Shekhar when you said can you hear Moushumi that was the last thing I heard and after that there was nothing
yes, absolutely.
Okay, you can hear now?
When you're talking, we can hear, but once you stop talking, then there is nothing. So,
When Krishna ji is reading, we can just see his lips moving, but we can't hear anything.
Oh, we're requesting Krishnaji to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's
Pull up.
So in the online, there is no echo. That's why.
oh,
That's okay.
it's okay. Shall I continue? Okay. Or should I start from the beginning, or shall I? Someone said continue. Shall I continue? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I? Okay, I'll start the introduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
As these conversations of the Holy Mother, now published under the title The Gospel of Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, are likely to fall into the hands of many who are not at all acquainted with her life, we think it's a proper to add a short biographical account of hers as an introduction to it. For to understand the relevancy of these conversations, to grasp how they are revelatory of a great character through small incidents and the talks that took place outside the public gaze. A knowledge of the facts of her life is an absolute necessity. Hence, the following short life sketch of hers is added to this book as an introduction. So, early life of Sri Mother. Sri Sharada Devi, the Holy Mother, was the divine consort and first disciple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and thus an integral part of his spiritual self and of saving the message she delivered unto mankind. Unlike the spiritual counterparts of the past incarnations like Rama, Krishna, and Buddha, and some others, Sri Sharada Devi was born in a poor but cultured Brahmana family of Bengal in the village of Jairambhati in Bankura district, situated about 60 miles to the west of Calcutta. Born on 22nd December 1853 as the oldest daughter of Ramachandra Mukherjee and Shama Sundari Devi. Her early girlhood was spent, as in the case of most girls of rural upbringing, in various domestic chores like caring for the younger children, looking after cattle, and carrying food to her father and others engaged in the work field. She had absolutely no schooling, though she learned the Bengali alphabet and practiced a little of reading and writing in later days of herself. But the domestic environment of a pious Brahmana family, supplemented by the holy associations she had in later days imparted to her, to one with such high natural endowments as she, an education that was far more enlightening than the instructions of the three. It says ours, it means Ramakrishna's life history. So now it's about marriage. She entered into Sri Ramakrishna's life as his partner in it when she was aged only 5. The strange marriage of Gadadhar of 23 years of age with Sharada Devi of 5 was part of the divine dispensation and took place in a way that can only be described as providential. When Gadadhar, as Sri Ramakrishna, the great master, used to be known in those days, was passing through in the early phase of his spiritual adventure, his near and dear ones thought that marriage would have a settling and stabilizing effect on his mind, which had lost all interest in worldly affairs. But their search for a suitable bride met with failure every time they started on it, until Gadadhar herself came to the came to their rescue. The relatives had kept their plans unknown to Gadadhar, as they feared a vehement protest from him, but upsetting all their worldly wise calculations, Gadadhar himself came to the rescue of the disconcerted, concentrated relatives. In an ecstatic mood, he declared, "Why are you searching for a bride here and there? She who is marked for me is awaiting at the house of Ramachandra Mukherjee at Jairambati. And that marked one they found was none other than Sri Sharada Devi, the 5-year-old daughter of Ramachandra Mukherjee and Shama Sundari Devi of Jairambati. There is a tradition of an incident of an early day indicative of the divinely ordained nature of their alliance. It was the occasion of a temple festival in the neighborhood where quite a number of families from Kamarpukur and Jairam Bhati had gathered. Among them were young Gadadhar and infant Sharada. Some women folk on such occasions indulge in the pastime of pre-planning possible marriages alliance for the future. It seems when infant Sarada was asked whom she would marry, she pointed to the boy Gadadhar. After the marriage, Sharada had occasion when she was 7 and again at 13 and 14 to meet Gadadhar to be with him for few days each time. Though on these occasions she had a happy experience of serving him, a really meaningful meeting between them took place only later when she went to Dakshineshwar to meet him under strange circumstances. Hearing the rampant rumor that the village gossips bandied about regarding Sri Ramakrishna's mental conditions, young Sharada, now 18, felt much upset and sense of her duty to be by her husband's side to serve him in his ailment began to dominate her mind. So, under the guise of the pilgrimage to the Holy Ganga, she went with her father to Dakshineshwar temple at Calcutta, where the master was then staying. Trudging most of the 60 miles to Calcutta, she arrived unannounced at Dakshineshwar one night in March 1872, stricken with fever on the way to boot. Mother, shall I? So I'll read, right?
No,
Yeah.
leave it there.
Can we so that
No, you guys tell me when to stop, so I'll keep reading.
One chapter is over.
Yeah, one chapter is almost.
Maybe we can discuss something.
Yeah,
about
stop.
that.
We'll stop. So we just have to
So
meditate.
basically, it was giving an introduction to Ma Sharada, where she was born, her family, and then the marriage to Gadadhar, Sri Ramakrishna's other name.
Right.
And then she met Gadadhar twice before finally when she moved to Dakshineshwar when she was at the age of 18, right?
Yes.
What was the year? 1872?
1872 is when she
1872.
came to May 1872.
1872.
Yeah, 1872.
Yeah.
By foot when
And
she was 18 years of age.
Her father.
Father, yeah,
Her father
with her father.
With her father.
With
she
her
came
father.
to meet
Correct.
Gadadhar.
Yeah.
And
Before
started-
marriage also they meet one.
Yeah,
5 and 13.
5.
No, she was when we were
No,
13 and 14. 13 and 14. Sorry, 7, 13 and 14.
Before marriage also.
Before
Before marriage also,
They
she
met
met Gadadhar. Yeah.
she went.
When
And
5
he-
years of
he
age.
pointed.
She
Five
pointed
years
that,
old? Yes.
he will be my husband.
He will be my husband.
Pointed to.
Yeah, she pointed.
In Sihor. Sihor. Yeah.
Before 5 years of age, yeah. So it's basically all made from the beginning.
Yeah,
It's all connected. That's how.
That's the connection.
That's
My
how.
mother was a very, very simple girl, village girl. Simplicity is the very basic thing what appears in mother all the time, but underneath that shield, she was like Ramakrishna only.
She was always hiding herself.
Yeah.
He was hiding.
Brahmananda, he said that if Ramakrishna didn't say that, Ramakrishna used to say, no, she is Sharada, she came to give knowledge. If Ramakrishna didn't say anything about Sharada, no one would have known.
And Sri
I think
Ramakrishna.
as long as Thakur was living, nobody knew so much about Sharada. But once Thakur passed away, then
Then-
Sharada's thing came out. all people got interaction with different events and incidents. And she started giving initiation also.
To Mother,
after the Thakur left.
If somebody can remember that,
Can somebody sing a song or meditate?
yeah, meditate. That one thing. If somebody can remember, it's a Kali Puja is coming on. That incident that March 1872, that stricken with the fever on the way to boat. That incident that you remember that that time mother was going with her father, and she was falling in the fever, and she took one shelter, and she was totally like full of fever, and her father was searching for some food or something at the night time, and that time mother was sleeping, and that time that mother Kali came, and she was just forbidden. That putting her hand on his forehead, and that time that
she asked in a word.
that Saradamma was asking, who are you? That time what exactly?
She says, I am your sister.
I am your sister. Yeah. I am your sisters, and I came from the Dakshineswar.
She says,
Yeah, that time also that mother was telling me, oh, I want to go there. Can I go there?
Can you help me?
Can
you help me reach there?
Yeah.
She asked. Okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. And so she caresses her head. Then next day morning, she was there.
Okay. Yeah, that's remember again. That was the first time when Mother Kali appeared. That time also asking that Mother Kali's feet was full of dust, and that time Mother was asking, oh, nobody is giving you water to wash your feet, so I will give you the water to wash your feet.
Yeah, mother's like.
Okay, then we can meditate and we can think about visualize about that. And after that, we just maybe sing one song about one. Okay.
प्रकृतिं परमाम् अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतश्रीकान्तोषकरीं प्रणमामि पराम् जननी जगतां हीनसुता न पराधयुता कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगता तरणी पार करी प्रणमामि परां जननी जगदा श्रयं कुसुमं परिरीतं सदा चरणामृहां मुग्धशान्ति सुधा योगहरां प्रणमामि परां जननी जगदाम् कृपां करुण महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु चरणाश्रयदारिद्र्यं कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते लज्जापटाकृते नित्यां शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नमः सदा रक्षा कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते रामकृष्ण गतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावजगत्कारं प्रणमामि मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्य पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रताशल्पिन्नै तस्मै गुरुमै नमो नमः प्रसन्नां प्रणितां योगेन्द्र पूजां युगधर्मपात्री ज्ञानदात्री दया स्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं स्नेहेन वन्दामि दोषानुशेषान् सगुणीकरोषि सदोषान् वाङ्गे गृहीत्वा व्यरिदं विचित्रं प्रसीदमातर्विनयेतयाच नितं भवसेहवति सतेषु प्रेमैकविचिते विशीतचित्तं करुणासदान्तं जननीं शरणं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे हृदयो श्रीवा प्रणमामि मुहुः प्रणमामि That's all. All can do that. Okay.
There is also a good story behind the poem Swami Abhedananji. I think we should ask Swamiji to tell.
You can
I don't want to tell you. I know something, but I want to. If it comes from the.
Next time we can.
Yeah. It's a very good story.
Okay, now we can start that. Yeah.
No.
The Karma will start there.
Different than the gospel.
Correct.
I will be reading from Karma Yoga by Swami Ishatmananda.
Swamiji's, we thought to read from
Letters of
letters. That's what we thought.
I don't know. I got ready with Karma Yoga, that's what
That's
we decided.
Okay, that's fine. We'll next letters to how we can do this. Anything? Okay. Yeah. But we'll keep the continuation.
Yeah, that is taking from the
That's
complete
fine.
work. So maybe then we can continue. If she's prepared. Or
Yeah, she's.
We'll continue that then. Next week. We'll
Next-
finish that. Maybe
next
then.
session we will.
No. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Let us finish this.
Okay.
Maybe after that we
Yeah.
once Karma Yoga finish, then we can start.
Yeah.
I'll start with the prayer mantra. Om Namo Sri Jatirajaya Vivekananda Shraye Satchit Sukha Sarupaya Swamini Tapoharine. So I will read the introduction first. These are not gospels, but Swamiji gave lectures in New York, and that has been compiled into books. As all of you know, there are 4 books. One is Bhakti Yoga, one is Raj Yoga, one other is Jnana Yoga, and this one is Karma Yoga. So the introduction. Based on lectures the Swami delivered in his rented rooms at 228 West 39th Street in December 1895 and January 1896. The classes were free of charge. Generally, the Swami held 2 classes daily, morning and evening. Although the Swami delivered many lectures and held numerous classes, in the 2 years and 5 months he had been in America, these lectures constituted a departure in the way they were recorded. Just prior to the commencement of his winter 95-96 season in New York City, his friends and supporters aided him by advertising for and ultimately hiring a professional stenographer. The man selected was Joseph Josiah Goodwin, who later became a disciple of the Swami and followed him to England and India. So the first chapter of Karma Yoga is Karma in its effect on character. The word karma is derived from the Sanskrit kri, to do. All action is karma. Technically, this word also means the effects of action. In connection with metaphysics, it sometimes means the effects of which our past action were the causes. But in Karma Yoga, we have simply to do with the word karma as meaning work. The goal of mankind is knowledge. That is the one ideal placed before us by Eastern philosophy. Pleasures is not the goal of man, but knowledge. Pleasure and happiness come to an end. It is mistake to suppose that pleasure is the goal. The cause of all the miseries we have in the world is that men foolishly think pleasure to be the ideal to strive for. So any work we are doing, we are thinking, okay, from this work I will get fame. That is a kind of a pleasure. So he's saying that is not the actual karma. Karma should be without detachment. After a time, man finds that it is not happiness but knowledge towards which he is going, and that both pleasure and pain are great teachers, and that he learns as much from evil as from good. As pleasure and pain pass before his soul, they have upon it different pictures, and the result of this combined impression is what is called man's character. If you take the character of any man, it really is but the aggregate of tendencies, the sum total of the bent of his mind. You will find that misery and happiness
are equal factors in the formation of that character. Good and evil have an equal share in molding character. And in some instances, misery is a great teacher than happiness. In studying the great characters the world has produced, I dare say, in the vast majority of cases, it would be found that it was misery that taught more than happiness. It was poverty that taught more than wealth. It was blows that brought out their inner fire more than praise. Now, this knowledge, again, is inherent in man. No knowledge comes from outside. It is all inside. What we say a man knows, in strictly psychological language, be what he discovers or unveils. What a man learns is really what he discovers by taking the cover of his soul, which is a mine of infinite knowledge. Now, here he gives an example. We say Newton discovered gravitation. Was it sitting anywhere in a corner waiting for him? It was in his own mind. The time came and he found out. All knowledge that the world has ever received comes from the mind. The infinite library of the universe is in your own mind. The external world is simply the suggestion, the occasion which sets you to study your own mind. But the object of your study is always your own mind. The falling of an apple gave the suggestion to Newton, and he studied his own mind. He rearranged all the previous links of thought in his mind and discovered a new link among them, which we call the law of gravitation. It was not in the apple, nor in anything in the center of the earth. All knowledge, therefore secular or spiritual, is in the human mind. In many cases, it is not discovered, but remains covered. And when the covering is being slowly taken off, we say, we are learning. And the advance of knowledge is made by the advance of this process of uncovering. The man from whom this veil is being lifted is the more knowing man. The man upon whom it lies thick is ignorant. And the man from whom it has entirely gone is all-knowing, is omniscient. There have been omniscient men, and I believe there will be yet, and there will be myriads of them in the cycles to come. Like fire in a piece of flint, knowledge exists in the mind. Suggestion is the friction which brings it out. So with all our feelings and actions, our tears and smiles, our joys and griefs, our weeping and laughter, our curses and blessings, our praises and our blames, every one of these we may find if we calmly study our own selves, to have been brought out from within ourselves by so many blows. The result is what we are. All these blows taken together are called karma, work, action. Every mental and physical blow that is given to the soul, by which, as it were, fire is struck from it, and by which its own power and knowledge are discovered, is karma. This word being used in its widest sense. Thus, we are all doing karma all the time. I am talking to you, that is karma. You are listening, that is karma. We breathe, that is karma. We walk, karma. Everything we do, physical or mental, is karma, and it leaves its mark on us. There are certain works which are, as it were, the aggregate, the sum total of a large number of smaller works. If we stand near the seashore and hear the waves dashing against the shingle, we think it is such a great noise, and yet we know that one wave is really composed of millions and millions of minute waves. Each one of these is making a noise, and yet we do not catch it. It is only when they become the big aggregate that we hear. Similarly, every pulsation of the heart is work. Certain kind of work we feel, and they become tangible to us. They are at the same time the aggregate of a number of small works. If you really want to judge of the character of a man, look not at his great performances. Every fool may become a hero at one time or another. Watch a man do his most common actions. Those are indeed the things which will tell you the real character of a great man. Great occasions rouse even the lowest of human beings to some kind of greatness. But he alone is the really great man whose character is great always, the same wherever he be. Karma in its effect on character is the most tremendous power that man has to deal with. Man is, as it were, a center and is attracting all the powers of the universe towards himself. And in this center is fusing them all and again sending them off in a big current. Such a central is the real man, the almighty, the omniscient, and he draws the whole universe towards him. Good and bad, misery and happiness, all are running towards him and clinging around him. And out of them, he fashions the mighty stream of tendency called character and throws it outwards. As he had the power of drawing in anything, so has he the power of throwing it out. I think this is a good spot to. Good. Any discussion?
Do good karma? I have a question. So when the last thing that Shamiji is saying, that he has the power of drawing it in and throwing it out. So is he saying that is it the free will of the individual who is able to dive into these various samskaras, these various tendencies, and accordingly develop a character, or a lot of it is involuntary?
No, what I read and found it that you have control over it. Exactly, right?
Not.
Yeah. Yeah. It is us who we are. You know, if I'm doing something, I'm doing a karma, but if I have hatred towards somebody and I'm doing that karma, but I can change it. Why should I have that hatred? Instead of hatred, I can develop love for that person and do it. So I have the final control to do that karma in a better way. In a better way. That's the character, So our character is made up of all this hatred, love, joy, anger, everything. But you have the final control to do the good karma. And finally, when we go more and more without any attachment. And that is how you can come nearer to God. And that is the karma. It's not that I'm becoming famous. I'm doing this thing with some intention. We as human beings, we always think of that. No matter how much we try not to think about it, indirect way we do it. So that will be our practice when we do karma. Try not to think it that way.
So one thing regarding that, some mentioned that we do have the knowledge within us, correct? It is not external. So this is very much very intense, or it's very difficult to understand. So this knowledge is actually, it's not information. Knowledge is knowledge, absolute knowledge. Information is external. And basically,
yeah, I think knowledge means like coming closer to God, he's saying.
Not only that, anything.
Anything.
The example just given of the neutrons.
Neutrons, yeah.
Theory. So
Again, around them.
Again, around them,
what
yes.
it's with, I mean, debatable things inside of own mind actually, whether how it is possible. Everybody is having that knowledge, and why we are studying. So my analysis, again, it is my analysis, my thought process may be correct or may not be correct. I asked this question to one Swamiji, Swami Ishatmananda. So it's basically, I mean, by studying, you are basically clearing up your
thought process.
Yeah,
Your
obstacles.
mind. Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
your knowledge is inside. So means in the drama,
Yes,
the when it
yes,
opens, then
opening that, yeah.
so by studying, we are basically clearing up all those
All the doubts. All the doubts we are clearing,
So
and we are
basically, when
completing.
we are, I mean, that thought process, that how it happens, and what is that Newton's law. So somebody is telling, correct? You are just thinking that oh, this, then you are basically discovering the theory, realizing, and discovering these things. So it was not external. External things is basically suggesting,
helping
to understand or to questioning. Now you're knocking the door.
Most of the time, it's always in our perception how we perceive everything. You know, whatever I'm seeing, I'm perceiving in some way. Another person is perceiving in a different way. I'm perceiving in a good way. Some other person is thinking in a bad way. So it's everything in our mind, how we are seeing this thing.
But that's why your mind and also judgment. How you are judging the things. বিচার বলে না, বিচার করো. Everything you have to judge.
Truth
Is it right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Say
okay
one more time, Shikra. What?
I
say-
said that we have to do sadhana, right, to clear up all those obstacles.
Yeah.
And then it will surface, the truth will surface, which is knowledge, right? And which truth is the same.
Yeah.
So,
But
sadhana,
the Brahman call it by different.
sadhana in this case, maybe this in scientific world, it is studying more, studying and realizing.
And it is a spiritual growth. Spiritual growth.
Yeah. So same thing which it gets applied in the educational system, same in spiritual world, as the Maya goes ahead, then
That is the difficult
real
thing.
soul comes
Again,
out,
the Maya and Daya.
All you have to do is japa. Japa now.
Yeah, Japo is the
Actually,
way,
Thakur said the easiest way in Kali Yuga to go closer to God is by Bhakti Yoga. That is the most easiest way. Karma is the most difficult one.
karma, you can get attached. Attachment comes.
Yeah, so japa, the most easiest way, naming all the time, japa. Think about him and nothing else, Whatever you're doing in the samsara is, but keep thinking about him all the time.
Japanam all the time.
That is the
Japanam.
difference of tapasya and meditation.
Yeah.
Tapasya means you are
let's not
jogging.
finish everything today. Let's concentrate on this for some.
Yeah.
Maybe with karma yoga, like whatever you said, right? One of the small example. I was just this morning I was reading with small children, okay, in temple. That's basically just 1 minute I will take. Is from Ramayana, but this gives a message for all of us. Like when Dasarath in his kingdom, I don't remember all the names of the person, but now during his kingdom, he killed one of the boy. Okay, he's a young boy, and both the mother, they were not, both the parents was not, they can't even see. And so what happened, that boy is the only person, for their parents to earn money and survive for them and take care of everything. So what that boy used to do, about those hanging into buckets and, carrying both their mothers and like that, right? So Dasarath, by mistake, he killed that boy.
Shravan.
That good. So Shravan, he killed that boy, and then what happened? He finally got an abhishap saying that, by the time Dasarath will be away from his sons, at that time he will die. And that's what has happened. When Ramchandra, Ram and Lakshman, they were in 14 years of Vanavas. At that point of time, Dasarath killed. So the lesson learning, what it says, the karma, like Dasarath later on realized, and if he, before doing any action, if we think twice, that's what we have to do, then these kind of things will not happen. That's what it's karma, related with karma and one of the things. Thank you. I think we are good for today to conclude.
Yeah, it was. That's it.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
No.
Last year, Kali.
Kali, Shakuli, Tomar Icha.
Kali Kirtan.
Do that song.
কে করবে তাহলে?
আগে তুমি করে না।
শরীরটা ভালো না, ওই গানটা তো আমি জানি না। আমি মনোচলন মানে
ঠিক আছে,
যেটা
একটা করলেই হবে।
সকলই তোমার ইচ্ছাটা। Whole line. Yeah. Okay, ঠিক আছে।
মনোচলো নিজ নিকেতনে, সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশীর বেশে, ভ্রম কেন অকারণে, মনোচলো নিজ নিকেতনে, বিষয় পঞ্চক পর প্রেমে কেন হয়ে অচেতন, আপন জনে, মনোচলো নিজ নিকেতনে।
এরপরে আরেকদিন টাইম শর্টেজ। সকলে তোমার সবাই গাইবে।
তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা, ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা। পঙ্কে বদ্ধ করি, পঙ্কে লঙ্ঘি, পঙ্কে বদ্ধ করি, পঙ্কে লঙ্ঘি, তারে কামা ব্রহ্মপদ, তারে করো তারে দামা ব্রহ্মপদ, তারে করো সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা, ইচ্ছাময়ী তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা। আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী,
আমি ঘর তুমি গরমি আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী আমি ঘর তুমি গরমি আমি রত্ন তুমি রত্রি যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি আমি রত্ন তুমি রত্রি যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা লোকে বলে করি আমি সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা
No, I'm not, what we were suggesting is that, because of the time constraint, if you can do the arti, we will just watch.
Yeah, that's good.
এটা করতে পারো, তারপর গানটা গানটা তোমরা গাইতে পারো, because it's already
7 o'clock.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
Not saying you.
আমরা ইউটিউবে দিচ্ছি না তাই তো?
No, no, you do it now.
ভালো লাগে হ্যাঁ মিউজিকটা ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডে অ্যাম্বিয়েন্টটা তো
I will give them money.
This comment very nice meaning and some of the lines sound yeah, we don't know.
I have lot of.
Yeah.
I have lot of. No, no, please. Oh no.
Yeah, you are the one who is making us.
I keep listening to this song. I don't. I really somehow I feel. I mean, I feel it. I feel the song.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how many times I listen to this song.
I love this song.
Yeah. But somehow I don't know the whole meaning, but still, I don't know the whole meaning of it, but it's still. Yeah, please. Yeah. I know this has very deep meaning.
Like this one.
Certainly.
That is also Mother Kali's song. কিন্তু পরের মাসে তুমি আনবে কিন্তু মনে করি তুমি তো আনতে পাবো না আসতেই হবে বইটা নিয়ে আসতে হবে নাকে দুধ দিয়ে মাসি তারপরে ও আছে ওরা ছোট না ভালো লাগলো ওকে নিয়ে আসতে হবে
কবে পরেরটা খাও
আবার এক মাস পরে দেখে নিতে সাধারণত মাসের লাস্ট সানডেটা হয় কিন্তু হয়তো থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং উইক থাকে হয়তো আগে করব কোথায় কালী পূজা 31st
Weeks of meaning you say. This song. So this is saying everything is your wish. Your will.
First, yeah, that I understood.
You are only doing Ichamoyi. You are only the doer.
You are the doer.
Your wish are ইচ্ছাময়ী সকলে তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা you are the wizard তারা means the goddess Kali. তোমার কর্ম তুমি কর্ম. You are doing your work. We thought we are doing them.
Wow. Okay. I understand.
That is the first term.
Wow.
France, we can do 24th November. 24th November.
আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী. He's saying I am যন্ত্র, I am the tool. আমি যন্ত্র, but they are tool maker. I am যন্ত্র, I am the instrument, but you are the instrument maker.
Okay.
Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Prabhu Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Sharanam Prabhu Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam 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 Prabhu Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Namo Shri Gurave Namo Shri Gurave Namo Shri Gurave Namo 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 Shri Gurave Namo Shri Gurave Namo Shri Gurave Namo Namo Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Sharanam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Kripahi Kevalam Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Ram Krishna Sharanam Sharanam Ram Krishna Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna Saranam Ram Krishna Saranam Ram Krishna Saranam Saranam. Go back. Continue that.
You want to? So yes, indeed.
So we'll So conclude with that mantra, Asatama.
Let them do, we can do them.
Huh?
Let them do, we can.
We can complete.
That's a idea. They can show.
Okay.
So we'll chant together Asatoma Sadgamaya and then Brahmarpana. Okay. Om Asatoma Satgamayam Tamosoma Jyotirgamayam Mritorma Gamayam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tasya. Shri Ram Krishna. Brahmarpanam. Om Brahmana Brahmana Utam Brahmaivadena Gatyapyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Shri Ram Krishna Namastu. So namaste everyone. We are wrapping up here. We have finished this session. So we are disconnecting the online. Hari Om. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Okay.